serve each other. So, humbly serve is what creates the agape, or what we call unity. You can call it community, harmony, I don't give a rip. What it is when they function in a state of being one. All right? And God said, let us make man. Here's a man. And let's make him with a body, a soul, and a spirit to be in our image. So he gave him a body, he gave him a soul. Don't freak out that I changed the position of the dots. Okay? And he connected with them. Everybody with me so far? Then he said, this isn't good. Why is this not good? He's alone. He doesn't have this. He's got this. But he doesn't have the ability to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You see, if you have this, you can connect with God in being, but the doing means nothing. Remember, Christianity is be and do. Love God, love people. Well, if you don't have any people, you got love God, you're hopping everywhere. Love God, love God, love God, love God. People try to go there because people are painful. And that's when you're with people that are painful, it's like having a tack in that foot. So love God, love people. Love God, love people. You limp along, and so for a while you say, you know what, forget the people. But what God wants to do is pull the tack out and heal it. Okay? So God said, we'll give him a woman. And every man in the room said, praise Jesus. And he gave her a body, a soul, and a spirit. And then he gave them to each other. So what do we discover? We discover that mankind was brought into this circle of unity. Mankind was developed to live in this agape love, this unity. That was how we were designed to function, which means we were designed to what? Humbly serve, be and do. Humbly serve. Humbly serve. And through that humble serving, there is the community that was our original design. That's how we're healthy. So we find that God doesn't have a relationship. God is a relationship. In 1 John chapter 4, verse 7 and 8, remember the song, Beloved, let us love one another. For love is of God, and everyone that loveth is born of God and knoweth God. He that loveth not, knoweth not God, for God is love. Beloved, let us love one another. 1 John 4, 7 and 8. Okay, well, God is love. What does that mean? God is humbly serving all the time. He doesn't take a vacation. He doesn't say, well, yeah, but at this time of the day, I don't humbly serve. My job is from 5 to 8, and then I'm done. That's ministry. Humbly serving is a state of mind. It is a state of heart in which you live in, even at home with your own children. Ouch. There's a danger that goes on in your head that says, well, what if I've got that down, but they don't? Bummer, dude. God doesn't say, well, okay, so if everybody at the table is into selfishness, you can too. And what you don't understand is while you're being selfish, it feels good, but it doesn't feel good to your soul. It feels good to your flesh. And what you're doing is you're pumping up, giving muscle to the green dots. Every ounce of the time that you're selfish, you're going with the green dots. You want to diminish them and starve them to death. Okay? Well, so if God is a relationship, would everybody agree with that? Do we? Okay. Then what do we know about man? Man also is a relationship. Man doesn't have a relationship. Man is a relationship. Please hear me say that. You and I don't have a relationship. We are a relationship. So the minute you reject me, I'm hurt, even if I don't know you. Have you ever wondered about that? Here's one for you. I'm a very busy person, right? And so I live to have one evening off to myself. I get one evening off about once a month. So when I have an evening off, take the kids and go play cards, play with the computer instead of working on it. But I very rarely have that. So that's really precious to me when I get that. So one night a while back, some people that I knew sort of well, now I didn't really know them well, I knew them, were having a party, and I didn't get invited. Now, did I want to go? No. But I was so hurt that I wasn't invited. Now, what's with that? So my son Chris picked up on it. He said, Mother, you don't know these people well. Well, first of all, I'm sitting at the table, and what's wrong, Mom? I'm just struggling. With what? And I thought, I'm feeling sad. Why? Well, they're having a party, and they didn't invite me. Well, he's Roy. Somebody ought to kill him. I mean, we calmed my boy down, my oldest, but Christopher said, well, I don't know those people. I said, well, I don't know them real well either. And Alex said, well, what's the problem? Chris said, don't you want to be with us? That was my choice. I wanted to be with them. So I went to the Lord and I said, what is the deal? He said, they broke this. And you weren't designed. You were rejected. You weren't really rejected, but it feels like rejection. And that's why somebody that you don't even know, if they come up and do one of these, look you over and go, you die. Is that right or wrong? Because you just got rejected. You don't have a relationship. You are a relationship. You are a relationship with everybody in this room. You are a relationship with every person that disagrees with your religion. That's why we're hurting so bad. That's why we have people that get militant about homosexuality. They want to be a relationship, which means you have to agree with us. You see what I'm saying? And that's what militance is. You have to agree with me. I can't let you live the way you are. We've got to be in agreement, and I'm not moving, so you have to come with me. And it's not live and let live. It's forget about you. It's all about me. But we're still a relationship, and that's the problem. And that's why somebody that dies or somebody that gets divorced, or does it hurt or what? You ever had somebody suddenly die that you loved? Incredibly painful. My dad got killed in a car crash with my brother, and nobody should ever go through that. My friend Kay lost her husband in an airplane crash. And she was numb for months. I went and stayed with her for 6 weeks. Her pastor said, Bethy, can you stay for 6 weeks or so and just be with her? She just was lost. And she was never designed to have him ripped away like that. And the whole thing with her is I never got to say goodbye. He's just gone. And I thought, yeah, that's the way I felt with my mom and with my dad and my brother. They're just gone. Now, you know they're there, but they're not there. You know, I hear people say, well, you know, all I need is Jesus. Oh, give me a break. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. God doesn't say that. God said that's not good. You do need people. Please get that through your, if you're writing notes, write down, I am a relationship. I need people. It's not a want, it's a need. I like to illustrate it this way. You have a fish, and if you take the fish out of the water, what's going to happen to the fish? It'll die. Do you think he might have